Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Okay. And we have things to discuss. We have a whole lawsuits to go through. Okay. People's microphones being auctioned off. Robyn clapping back or responding to Nene. Tiffany Haddish getting sued again. Okay. It's just things. Okay, there are things for us to talk about, and I can't wait to get into it. I'm not even gonna say we not gonna be along because every time I say that, I feel like we be on here longer. So I'm gonna just shut up and say we're gonna be here for how long we're gonna be here, for however long it takes. Okay, but y'all know first things first. If you have not done so already, take a little moment. Okay, take a little moment and subscribe to my channel. Okay, become an old JayBird. Okay, like the video, comment in the comment section. Okay, share the video. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on ID, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm cold, y'all, but I refuse to cut off my air conditioner because I don't want to get hot because it's hot here, whatever. And I just came home, tossed on my little comfortable Savage Fenty hoodie, and we here. Okay, I love this hoodie. It was just delivered. I wore it for the first time yesterday, and it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. So I made to be rotating hoodies between this one, this rotating Savage Fenty hoodies, because they so warm and comfortable. So warm and comfortable. Okay. But you know what I'm saying? And the hood, you know what I'm saying? The hood fit right. Like my bun don't look all kind of crazy. I can take the hood off and still look fine or whatever. But how y'all doing? How is everybody doing today? Okay, we're gonna discuss some things. We have things to talk about. Okay. Now look. I downloaded and printed out all 44 pages okay, of the Lizzo lawsuit. Okay, all 44 pages. Okay, we're gonna get into it because I felt like I didn't want to just watch other people discuss the lawsuit and kind of get my opinion based on their interpretation of it. I was like, no, I want to see who they suing. I want to see the charges. I want to see the breakdown of it. Now, I'm going to surmise all that. We're not going to go page to page, but we're going to get the real, because look, headlines is headlines. Clickbait is clickbait. Okay? When I said Lizzo lawsuit details in my title, I meant that shit. I mean, we're gonna read it and see what's going on. We're gonna see what happened around here. What Lizzo, what you do, girl? What's wrong with Lizzo? Okay, but that will come later. Okay, but hey, y'all, how y'all doing? Hi to all the people here. Okay, I know you could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, and I thank you for it. It will be some foolishness discussed too. Okay, because it's things around here. Okay, it's things around here that I feel like we should talk about because it's just about to be a good old time around here. I hope you have like the video on the way in. Come on now, lawsuit edition. Lawsuit edition. We have to do that. Okay, that's what we have to discuss. What's it here? Look, I had to pull it out because I was like, I saw somebody I think on TikTok who was talking about it, and I was like, I need to read what it says because sometimes folk can be saying stuff and that don't really be what it is, and they be making up things or whatever. I need to see things for myself. So I was like, girl, if I can just find a lawsuit, if I can find the paperwork, that we can discuss it. And when I said, oh, I can get all the pages and all the information and have a full-fledged conversation, I said, well, let's do that, okay? Because at least at this, once you know who they suing, which charge they're putting for which person, and who they seeing doing this or the other, you can just have a better opinion on who to be pissed at. You know what I'm saying? I just want everybody to do they do. Y'all know me. I do my due diligence. Okay, if I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna do the due diligence that needs to be done to donate my time to the demise of the bullshit that is going on. It is serious ass lawsuit. Okay, I was like, Lizzo was around here, honey. Her team around here, honey, all getting sued and whatnot. I'm like, Lord Jesus. Anyway, hey my, that's my ma. How you doing, mama? I love you. I just talked to her. You know what I'm saying? I just talked to her. Okay. Anyway, let's get into because I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait. Whoever ain't here, whatever, watch the replay. Let's get a share on the screen. Oh, maybe I should open my IG first. Girl, open your IG first. And let's hope ain't nothing happened since I came. Because that'd be the thing. When I be rock, I just realized I forgot to punch out at work. Anyway. I'll do it tomorrow. My point is, I'm like, what did I forget to do? I've got to punch out. What was I finna say too? I don't remember. Point is, what I was trying to say was I be having to be sure that stuff ain't happened since I left work and drove home and chilled out. Because sometimes it be stuff, and I'm like, oh, I've already seen it. I ain't seen it yet or whatever. And it's like, oh, I can't discuss it because I ain't know about it. But whatever has happened since I've been here, you know what I'm saying, we'll discuss later on. So I have my things already on my little list. So, we're going to discuss those things and whatever else we don't get to today, we can probably get to tomorrow. We'll get to tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. I told y'all it's foolishness, right? I told y'all foolish things is going on around here, okay? Former Wendy's manager invented a fake employee and made $20K before being fired. First of all, I mean, what's the point? What's the point? Linda Johnson, who we gonna Linda Johnson sound like a black person. It just does. It just does. Okay. Linda Johnson, a former GM, manager at Wendy's in Pennsylvania, has been charged with theft by deception. That's embezzlement. Embezzle. Okay. She was charged with theft by deception after inventing a fake employee and making around $20K. Her scheme involved creating a ghost employee named William Bright. But William wasn't that bright, and neither was the people. William Bright, whom she clocked in and out at the outlet she managed in Lancaster. Over the course of a year, Johnson manually logged 128 shifts for Bright, resulting in being paid $19,898. It says to further camouflage her fraudulent activities, she deposited the paychecks into her own Cash App account. I always say, why y'all be around here doing dumb stuff, putting the illegal funds in y'all real stuffs? You couldn't make no. I have Cash App. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I have Cash App. I only use Cash App to like get money and send people money. But I'm like, you couldn't create a Cash App for the man. If you made the person up named William Bright, you couldn't make William Bright a Cash App. Cause I don't know how Cash App work, but I don't need to be. But again, so to camouflage it, okay, she had the fake man's money going into her own Cash App account. I'm like, man, that's a link still to you. The audacity of her actions is shown by the fact that no other employee could recall working with Bright, ultimately leading to the exposure of her deceits. Okay, it was only in April when Johnson finally admitted to her elaborate scheme. Okay, the repercussions of Johnson's actions extended beyond just her own gain. The restaurant insurer was left to bear the brunt of nearly $16,000 in losses due to the fraudulent paychecks. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the importance of internal controls and proper oversight within organizations, meaning you can't be having computers or thieves working the books. It says she was able to carry out this deceit for an entire year without detection, raises questions about the effectiveness of restaurants' management and paper processes. Okay. She knew they weren't paying no attention. She knew they was relying on other people. She knew because she's the manager. That be the kicker. It's not that, oh, you can't depend on this or that. Once the people in power understand how things go, they know how to get around all the humps and the valleys. Because if she know, okay, I'm the one that approved payroll, I can punch someone in and punch someone out or whatever. They know all the stuff. Hell, who knows if she had more than one fake employee? And my thing is, if she's the manager, the other workers should not need to know anybody. She knew the ins and outs. If she was smart, she would have stopped and not did it. That's smart. Stupid. All for $20K. Now you around here gonna be in jail and lost your job because you out here creating catfish employees and fake people to make 20K. Look, 20. I'm not gonna say 20K is no amount of money because it is. 20K can pay off some bills. Okay, I get that. It's a whole extra check for nothing, but I feel like it wasn't worth it. Now you created, 10 fake employees. Okay. And for each 10 employees, you got around 20K. Okay, which is that's like was it? It's like that's 20 grand. If you then quit and then move somewhere and start anew, maybe I'll say okay. But to make one employee and make 20 grand, to make 20 grand in a year, it's like, but it wasn't even worth it because what you gonna pay in legal fees and restitution and not being able to get no job because they know you fake employeeship or whatever, it wasn't worth it. Right. That's not enough money to go to jail for. It's just stupid. Not a scamming season. I think it is. Because folks around here scamming. Scheming and scamming. Fully scheming and scamming. Speaking of, they out here scheming, scamming at the Gucci. I said, not the Gucci store. Not the Gucci store. Now look, I don't currently know anybody that's a booster. I don't. These look, Lord, what they gotta say? Now, if any of y'all know a booster, we got some real Gucci bags. I'll buy a Gucci bag. I'll buy a fake Gucci bag. I will. But this happened in LA. I believe there was like in the Bloomingdale's, okay, at the Gucci store or whatever. I'm like, they round here in jogging pants and probably some fucking flip flops. They probably had Kanye West space shoes on, stealing from the Gucci store in a hoodie, and it's the black. They're all black. It's the black people. It's the black people. Now the kicker is, I'm like, now it looked like they got the tag on it too, but I was like, what? What? Like, at what point does someone say, you know what? We should hit the Gucci store. Nah, we not going to no Fenty Beauty. We ain't going to Victoria's Secret. Nah. We ain't going to JTB. Nah. We should hit the Gucci store. Get the Gucci bags. Yeah, we need about 8 people. First of all, no tea, no shade. And I'm not being racist. I'm not. Because I'm black, I can say this. I, as a black woman, can say this. If I work at a Gucci store, if I see 2 black young boys, kids, dressed like that, coming in the store, and then I see 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, no. What y'all want to buy? This is look. Racial profiling is against the law. It really is. But no, because I just feel like how they dress. First of all, it's the summertime. The only time anybody should be in hoodies is when they're in their house on the computer because it's cold in my house. I'm not wearing a hoodie outside. Anybody walking into fucking the Gucci store in July, because this happened, like in July, okay? In July, in hoodies and sweatpants, clearly they come to rob you. They ain't coming to shop. They not. Okay? Boosters striking around here, stealing all the stuff. Can I get a bag though? I'm gonna hit the phone. Okay? They out here scheming and scamming. And this is my thing too. If you are going to rob the Gucci store, why I feel like y'all wasn't even dressed right? Why y'all pants so loose? Dress like cat burglars. Okay? Dress like real things. The pants should fit, everything should fit. Nothing should be sagging. We should not see your undershirts. Nothing. And it came with this, they just swiped everything and ran. And the crazy thing is, Can't nobody like you. I do not suggest that you chase them because Gucci is insured. They lost out on that's probably $20,000 worth of stuff, and that's a lot. Again, it's a lot of money. Probably more than 20,000. Let's say 50,000. Let's say 50,000. It don't make no sense. It doesn't. Now, this speaks to how one ruthless and delusional people is to be around here just robbing stuff. Also, I feel like the area where they were in felt like we can't get robbed. We're not going to get robbed. So, like, there's no security there. Nothing was like, tied down. It's the Gucci store. You assume when anyone go in the Gucci store, they're going to get what they want and that's it. Now, what I will say is, if I see them running and they got to like get on the elevator and I'm saying, give me one of them bags, I'm going to close the door. And I'm saying, I was walking. I saw it on the ground. I didn't know it was stealing. I saw a Gucci bag on the floor and people was running. I said, they left it for me. Stop. Tell your cousins, your uncles, or whoever, your brothers, or whoever they are. Stop doing this. Stop. Because when they trip you and you break your neck and you die, okay, when you get arrested and you in prison for stealing some Gucci bags, you're going to be mad. And I feel like in this, even if I seen 8 white kids dressed like that, I would say they trying to be black and they want to rob us. Get out. Get out. Get the fuck out. I don't want to see first of all, I already don't like being in big group settings. I don't like it. It's too many people. I don't know. So if I was in the store and I saw them walk in, I would say, oh shit, let me record. They finna rob it. Because I feel like that looked like someone about to rob somebody. Because it's the summertime. Take your hoodies off, okay? Stop the bullshit. Now, this shit right here, let's listen.
Recorded this video of her 11-year-old daughter's birthday dinner here at Sugar Factory off Peachtree Street in Midtown Atlanta on Thursday. She tells me the restaurant gave her and her guests complimentary drinks to celebrate her daughter's birthday. Alcoholic shots for the adults and juice for the kids. Well, so she thought.
This tastes really like a shot. Why it tastes really like a shot? I start looking around. I miss looking at my daughter and seeing the other kids. They're making all noise faces like, ugh, I think it has liquor in it. I tell the manager, what happened. And he's looking like disturbed. He's like, oh my God, I told them non-alcoholic shots.
Purdue also sent me this video.
Look, first of all, I'm going to say this. This is a mess. A mess for different reasons. I feel like one, the sugar factory there in Atlanta, they're gonna get sued. Okay, they're gonna get sued. Because I just feel like how. Now, I also feel like the mama, them edges concern me. Because what kids say, I think this is alcohol. How you know what alcohol tastes like? How you know? I mean, this tastes funny. This tastes weird. How you know what it tastes like? Now, I also feel like, why do kids need shots at 11? They're 11. Why are kids thinking to give them shots? I feel like, and I'm going to say this, the parent, that's the mama, I hate her lashes, I hate her edges, all that. I hate all that. But it should have never happened, period. The restaurant is liable, period. It ain't the mama's fault, period. But I also feel like Why is y'all giving shots anyway? I also think it's easy to mistake because if it's a busy restaurant, hey, table 8 having a birthday party, we need some shots. Some alcoholic, some not, whatever. I feel like it probably was an easy thing. Oh, wow, they just didn't think about it. But I'm like, because who get kids fake shots? Because if a bartender don't realize it's a birthday party for 11-year-olds, and you look over there, you see all the ness of it all. Where our shots at? Where our shots at? We need our shots. Shots. Why? 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 They 11. I don't feel like the kids can't. I don't think kids should not go to fancy restaurants to celebrate their birthday party, whatever. Cool. But I feel like, hey, yeah, get them some shots. Get a kid some fake shots. Get them some kitty hookahs. Okay, yeah, get them some kitty hookahs. Yeah, they want some kitty hookahs over there. Right? Why? So while the restaurant made the mistake, I feel like this was probably a very unintentional, easy mistake because you probably thought, well, they're getting shots. Okay, it's just shots. Okay, put them on shots. My thing as a parent, let me be sure, because how do you know the shots didn't get mixed up? Let me sniff my child's shot to be sure that's really juice or whatever it was supposed to be. But the fact that I think this is liquor. How do you know what it tastes like? So again, I'm sure the mama gonna sue the restaurant. They had a little video of the staff there saying it was like 5%, like it was like little liquor, okay, little bit of rum.
An employee admits there was alcohol in the shots.
There's coconut rum, coconut rum, and pineapple juice.
That's what I like rum.
Coconut rum and pineapple juice is like 0.5%.
0.5 coconut rum. Nothing should come out of my bar that I'm not aware of. And it should not have been made.
Purdue tells me
meaning whoever made the drinks made shots, not knowing they were supposed to be kitty shots. What the fuck is a kitty shot? What the fuck? And I don't mind parents wanting their kids to have a fabulous adult-like experience at a nice restaurant. That's cool. However, the one thing y'all should not do, let's do kitty shots. The kids should not be doing shots. Not never. So I blame the restaurant 100%. But mama, why is your 11-year-old and their little friends doing kitty shots and then saying it tastes like alcohol? I didn't know what alcohol. I did not know what not nan liquor tastes like until I was old. I was in my teens. I was maybe. I just started like drinking actual like liquor until I was like 17, 18 years old. Actually, I would have a little bit of vodka, a little bit of gin, a little bit of Bombay, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. My drink of choice back then was pineapple juice in either vodka or pineapple juice and gin. But you also have to be sure that whatever a restaurant is giving your kids is really not alcoholic. If it's usually an alcoholic beverage, be sure there was not a mix up, because how you know that your drinks did not go to the table because the waiters picked up the wrong tray. I'm just saying. So
the restaurant told
again the dark edges. I don't like none of it. I don't like none of it. Not none of it. Now, I want y'all to listen to this, okay? We're going to make a decision around here, okay? Is the lady outfit appropriate?
Do I look inappropriate for work? My dress code is a polo
and dress pants for jeans, no rips. I'm dressed appropriately. However, I was called into the office because I don't have the right body shape. I cannot help my body shape. I got a verbal because of my body shape, and I was told I need to wear bigger clothes.
Now, she went to Costco because her badge say Costco. And she's asking, I got called to the office because they said, you know what I'm saying, my outfit is too tight. I should wear bigger clothes. You know, am I dressed inappropriately? Am I dressed inappropriately?
I don't appreciate being body shamed.
And she said now she's being body shamed.
I'm being body shamed. They don't know what I went through in my life and the trauma that I went through to have to deal with being body shamed at work. All I want to do is work.
And I'm not being dramatic, but you pulled me away from doing my job to tell me that I have the wrong type of body to wear the clothes that I'm wearing. I have on regular dress pants.
Now, if they use the word, you have the wrong type of body, wrong words. Wrong words.
And your excuse was the men in the tire shop and the boys keep stopping and looking at me.
Well, that's stopping them from working.
That's not my fault.
It's not your fault at all, ma'am. That's not your fault at all, no, ma'am.
You don't know the type of hell I had to go through my whole life just for how I look. You don't know what type of mental trauma I might have from having to be misunderstood for me to come to work to have to hear, oh, you have the wrong body shape, to wear the right clothes though, because I'm in dress code.
Now, let me say this. She wrong. This is why. There's nothing wrong with her body. There's nothing wrong with her body. However, what she's wearing is tight. It shows her whole body. It leaves nothing to the imagination except the areolas. There's nothing wrong with her body. There's nothing wrong with how she's shaped. However, she's wearing skin tight leggings. Her shirt is tucked in. You can see her whole shape. And again, that can cause other issues if how you are dressed distracts other people. Now, how her body is made, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like at my job, we also have a dress code. You know what I'm saying? I wear whatever I want to wear. However, one rule they have for everyone is that if you wear leggings, the shirt you wear has to cover your butt. Okay, if you around here and it's a catch-22 because I'm not saying it's her fault of how other people look at her. What I am saying is she know for a fact she can wear that same outfit one size bigger. Yes, dress pants and knit pants are two different things. Most they don't. The only reason we are allowed to wear leggings is because the leggings like when I wear my leggings, I always have either a shirt that covers my butt because that's protocol, or I have a kimono on that covers my butt because it's against dress code. And she work at Costco's. Now I feel like the wording they said to her that was wrong because it's not her body. It isn't. However, work-wise, uniform. Can y'all imagine if a dude was walking around like this, dick print? Imagine if you walk in Costco and dude dick print is right there at the goddamn strawberries. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if dude ass print is by the waffles at Costco. I'm just saying. It's not her fault how anyone sees her. It's not her fault that men stop working. Look at her. That ain't her fault. It isn't. However, what she wearing, even though it's a polo shirt and some pants, it's still too tight. A part of dress code when you work in any place is not supposed to show your frame to the point to where there's nothing left to the imagination except your areolas. And I use the example of if a dude had on that exact same outfit and we saw his dick print, no one would say, well, that's not his fault. It ain't his fault. No, it is. You're not supposed. We would not want no dude walking around and we at Costco. She works at Costco, y'all. Yes, you can see her bra liner and her panty line. Not what department she works in. Well, it must be somewhere on the floor. If they were saying as folks walk past or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, so I feel like sometimes in this situation, she not dressed appropriately for work. The clothes she wearing is too tight. There's nothing wrong with her body. There's nothing wrong with her body. However, your employer may tell you you're not dressed appropriate. They should have said your clothes are too tight. It's as if you're wearing a swimsuit. So I feel like we have to look at things like they're not body shaming her. They're saying what you're wearing is not appropriate for work. Because it's as if you're in a swimsuit. And the fact that I feel like she put the body outfit part over her hoo-ha is probably a coochie print. Let me see if I can find her page. Oh, here she go.
I just want to know,
So this is her page. I was called to the office and told that although I have on the right attire, I have the wrong body shape to wear it. I am in dress code. Now, again, the wording they use is wrong. Fully. But look how, y'all, look how, look. How is her shirt that tight at her waist? Right. Look how tight that polo shirt fit. She be at if you take your way trying to offer your clothes, would it fit normal? So first of all, she wants some attention. In my opinion. Does she have any clothes that she wearing? Girl. So that's just how she dressed. Let's say that. That's just how she dressed. The same clothes she wearing to the regular place is she more covered up here than she was at work. And again, there's nothing wrong with her body type. I want to make that clear. There's nothing wrong. Oh, look at her butt, y'all. She has a big. See, that's why. That's it right there. That's why they told her no. That because we didn't see the ass. Okay. We didn't see her booty. Now, can y'all imagine you walking around Costco to get your Costco things, and big booty Judy walk up, and all you see is ass. I'm gonna keep repeating. There's nothing wrong. Oh, but when she was in school to be an esthetician, her stuff wasn't fitting. Back in 2022. Oh. The esthetician outfit We don't see this is what I say. See, sometimes y'all see I'm an investigative journalist. You hear me? I investigate. So this was her. So again, you girl, how you more covered up as an esthetician and not out here in Costco in the public? She dressed how she dressed. Ain't nothing on her body at all. However, you can't tell me the shirt tight because she got that shirt pinned. That shirt is pinned to show her body. She's trying to be the Home Depot girl there for you. Get the old man at Costco going crazy. All I know is, look, I don't think she was body shamed. I hope that the company did not use those words, and there's nothing wrong with her body. Nothing wrong with her body. However, I do feel like we should not see your coochie print. We should not see your panty print. We should not see any kind of print while you is round here working. That's what we want. Because I can go on forever. And ever. Honey, I just, right, untuck the shirt. Anyway, Mississippi man gets 40 years in prison after breaking out months before he was expected to be released. But that's stupid. Sean Kendrick Huffman, a Mississippi man, has been sentenced to 40 years of state prison for his daring escape from Central Mississippi Correctional Facility. Huffman had nearly completed a 7-year sentence for aggravated assault when he managed to break out last summer. Not he broke out of prison. After his escape, he proceeded to break into a nearby home where he held 3 people hostage at gunpoint. Why would you do that? Is you mentally? Maybe he's mental. He has mental issues because broke in a house, held 3 folks hostage at gunpoint. He's then stole a car, crashed it, fled on foot. They found him later, okay, and they said because of the severity of his actions and the danger he posed to the public, he now has 40 years. Had you waited to get out, maybe he did not want to get out. Maybe he wanted to be in prison for a long, long time because it's free food. You ain't no rent. All you have to do is make your bed. Because who does that? Now they don't say how he escaped. Because I'm like, how did that happen? We don't know how that happened. I guess they can't say how it happened because more folks will probably try to escape, but they are saying they're gonna improve the security measures to prevent other people from escaping. Okay. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Who does that? Just foolish shit.
It's left to serve before escaping from prison is now looking at decades behind bars. Kendrick Huffman is the person that you see on your screen. The 21-year-old escaped the Central Mississippi.
21. Wait a minute. He's 21. They said he's 21. I feel like, 21 minus 7 is 14. Has he been in jail since he was 14? Let me keep
Mississippi Correctional Facility in Pearl, August 25th of last year. He was serving the last 4 months of a 7-year sentence for aggravated assault. Investigators said the Huffman broke into a nearby home and held the homeowner at gunpoint for hours. Authorities said Huffman stole a vehicle from the home and at some point rammed a law enforcement vehicle at a roadblock before running away. Huffman is sentenced to 60 years for 2 counts of kidnapping. He'll serve 40 of those years of the sentence, with 20 suspended. An inmate who had only a few months left to serve before escaping from prison is now looking at decades behind bars. Shakendra Huffman is the person that you see on your screen. The 21-year-old escaped the Central Mississippi Correction.
If he 21, that means he been in jail since he was 14. He broke out. He got sentenced to 60 years. Got to do 40 years. He'll get out when he's 60, and then he'll have probably 20-year probation. What? I can't believe it. That is crazy. I did not think that little 21, Lord, look, well, he may have wanted to stay in there. He may, girl, let's move on, because I can't believe that shit. 11 Metro Detroit residents charged in a $4.5 million unemployment fraud scheme. They be saying these people be getting all these millions. And I'm like, but where it be going? Because I'm like, what they be spending it on? I really be confused. Okay, because who did that? Who said what? So it says 11 residents of Southeast Michigan have been charged in a 23-count indictment for their alleged role in a multi-million-dollar unemployment insurance fraud scheme that was getting money from pandemic relief. I'm like, y'all stupid. Okay, Marcellus Dunham, 23 of Redford. Jalen Davis, 22 of Detroit, Daniel Holt and Dayan Holt, who are 21 and 22, both of Detroit. Devontae White, 24 of West Bloomfield, Armani Haler, 22 of Clinton Township, Anaya Carroll, 22 of Detroit, Laren Stride, 23 of Detroit, Jalen Quall, 23 of Harper Woods, Sheikah, girl's name, something, 23 of Southfield, and Delonte Rogers of Westland. All them fools going to jail. Okay, it is federal. Federal. These fools are charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud, and also aggravated identity theft. According to the indictment, the 11 defendants used stolen personal information of other people to file fake fraudulent claims for pandemic employment assistance in multiple states. The indictment said that the defendants illegally obtained over $4.5 million over their scheme. And the defendants all face up to 20 years in prison for wire fraud conspiracy charges, and then mandatory 2-year prisons for aggravated identity theft. What is wrong with people? Stop stealing. What? I can't. I feel like people felt like we can just take all the money. All of it. We're gonna just fraud. So many people are now being held and looked at and being held accountable because they was around here being stupid for no damn reason, including these people right here. Okay, a family member starts a shootout on grass shit. Grass shit is like 8 miles. It's a long sort of street here. But have a shootout because he was unhappy with a child custody hearing outcome. What you shooting for? A 30-year-old man was arrested after a shootout on East Point. A child custody hearing took place at court. The family members of one of the parents became unhappy with the outcome of the hearing, leading to altercation. Okay, the second parent with the family drove to East Point. They were followed by members of the other party Okay. The altercation escalated. Shots fired. Boom, 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 boom. From both sides of the families. One person sustained a gunshot wound to the arm and was taken to the hospital. The other sustained a graze wound to the head. Was treated at the scene. That was it. Several windows on nearby businesses were damaged by stray bullets. One of the involved drivers created a crash into Grady's lounge. Girl, not crash the lounge. Oh, God. And then they all stayed on the scene and worked with the police. The one suspect who fled on foot got caught. If you are upset about the custody arrangement, you can't start shooting up the place. You can't. Having a shootout in broad daylight on a busy street like Gratiot, so many people could have got hurt. Gratiot is a very busy street. Very busy. It's a lot of business all up and down Gratiot or whatever. Stupid. And my thing is, if all y'all up there shooting, the kids should be taken from all y'all because y'all are crazy. I don't understand people who don't get. You can't just go shooting people. You can't. You just can't. It don't make no sense because the wrong people gonna end up getting hit, and then we gotta beat your ass for hitting my car or hitting my people. Because y'all gonna be dumb because the judge said the kid can go. The kid should not be with none of y'all. Because all y'all fucked up. You hear me? And y'all put fussing and fighting and getting this stupidity. More stupid shit. Y'all on the first hours is a bunch of foolishness. That's how we go. Okay. These people. Okay. Former Auburn football player bails estranged wife out of jail on a $100K bond after she hired a hitman to kill him. Robert Shiver is making headlines for reportedly bailing his wife out of jail after finding out she saw a murder for hire plot on him. Yes, she tried to hire someone to kill him, and he still bailed her out of jail. His wife, Lindsay, 36, her alleged lover, Terrence Bethel, 28, organized a plan with a third person named Farron Newbold to kill the husband. The plot was revealed after authorities searched Bethel's phone, so the lover, in a separate investigation over a burglary. So he's a killer and a burglar. They found the evidence. There was a trio were transported to prison in Nassau where they were arrested and put on bail. Lindsay was given a $100K cash bail, while the other two had $20K cash bail. All three have agreed to wear ankle monitors as well. They're all submitting their travel documents and are banned from contacting Robert. Robert found out about the plot after officials contacted him while he was at his family's home back in Georgia with the 3 kids. He had filed for divorce from the wife due to her cheating. She accused him of beating her up. Girl, look, I can't. My wife would have just been in prison. Would have been in prison. Because why would you bail out the wife who you think was cheating on you? You then find out that she was trying to get you killed. Let her ask. I mean, maybe it's because they got kids or whatever. Fuck that. No. Again, stupid shit happening to stupid people doing stupid things. Okay, why y'all being so dumb? I don't understand. It just don't make no sense. Not none at all. The last thing I want to get in on this case: Taco Bell hit with a $5 million action lawsuit after the man said my food don't look like what we advertise. Okay, the commercial be looking all good, and my stuff be looking like mush. Now they show the food from the commercial, the food from the advertisement, and then what he got. Now, first of all, it's like, okay, this is what I wanted, this is what I got. That Mexican pizza, girl, if you go to Taco Bell, you already know what you're gonna get. Taco Bell, just you go to Taco Bell because you want something easy and cheap. And I mean, I do feel like a lot of restaurants be showing shit and it don't look the same. Like Pizza Hut pizza look like Pizza Hut pizza. But these sandwiches don't be matching. But Taco Bell, nah. You not getting what you see on TV and the commercial, even what's on the damn board outside the same thing. That ain't what you're getting. When I order my tacos, like when I order Taco Bell, I'm like, can I get 2 crunchy tacos, no lettuce, okay, cheese on the bottom, and extra beef? And I feel like they never, it still be on some bullshit. It still be on some bullshit. But should this person win some money because Taco Bell up here lying? Now, first of all, what this person have, that don't even look like the taco beef I get on my tacos. I don't know what they gave that man. Sue, get some money. But if that's the case, everybody gonna sue Taco Bell. Because nothing at Taco Bell look like the commercial. Maybe nacho fries do. Nacho fries, they look like nacho fries. But nothing else. And then it'd be some bullshit, but I don't know. Do y'all think that man should get the fat meal? I mean, if he should, I should too. I'll go talk about right now. And I'll say, hey, it don't look right. Now, they're showing the food that it's supposed to look like, and then what the person got. It all look nasty. It all look weird. Taco Bell has the Taco Bell commercials. The meat look like regular hamburger meat, but we all know the taco meat you get, it look a little different. It look a little different. And you know you're going to eat it, have to poop. It's going to clear out your stomach. If you eat Taco Bell, after Taco Bell, 30 minutes to an hour, you bathroom. But I mean, he's suing. That's on him. Anyway, y'all, let's get into what we came here to get into. But first, take a little minute and do what? Like the video. It's time for the celebrity people stuff. Okay? Hope y'all did like the dang on video. Okay? Now, DJ Envy. We discussed a couple days ago about DJ Envy, who was being named in the lawsuit for fraud it was real estate fraud. Okay, they was accusing him of being in some fraud. And he like, no. Dismiss me from that shit. Dismiss it. Okay. So DJ Envy has filed a motion to dismiss the lawsuit that's accusing him of real estate fraud. Okay. Now look, they were saying He has partners. Caesar Pina. Now, the dude Caesar, we've seen him with Envy many times on social media. I feel like he was also on the Breakfast Club once or twice, but I ain't seen him with that man in a long time. I also have not heard him like talk about anything work with that man. Okay, but Caesar Pina and Jennifer Pina, whatever, was accused of taking $2 million in investments from people. Okay, and I was getting sued or whatever. Blah blah blah. But Envy saying I'm not working with them. Dismiss it. Okay, dismiss it. He's saying, I'm not and never was an employee or rep for the company at all. Okay, at all. He said that he feel like people named him in the suit because he's a well-known individual to make the case be bigger. Now, sometimes people do that. They'll know someone is associated with it, and so they'll say, well, let's mention him too, and that way it gets more attention, okay? Now, he said, not only did he not have any involvement with them people like that or whatever, he's like, I'm a victim too. He said he invested $500K in a separate project with that man to renovate and reposition a former school into an apartment building that Pina promised Envy that he would return his initial investment within 1 year, and he would receive a monthly dividend of about $17K. However, he has yet to receive any money. None. So I feel like if he also invested, if he also did not get his money back, he is also a victim. This is where they got you. Sometimes you have to be careful who you associate with. Envy it did seem like Envy and that man was partners. Not like Envy had also invested too and was being the face to get more attraction, more action. What it seemed like to me is the folks use Envy's face, name, and recognition to get more people to invest with them, make more money, bring in more money, and they got all of them. All of them got. Hold on, y'all. That's my nephew. Hey, Deej.
Hey, you in the car?
No, I'm on my live.
Oh.
You want to say hi?
I want to show you something.
Oh, which one to show me?
So, you remember I'm telling you about how I was going to be a board tour? I was trying to work with her friend that does real estate.
Yeah.
I was going to, like, she asked me to make her something just, like, to show her, like, what I could do.
Okay.
I was going to show you what I made.
Okay, let me see it so I can.
I'm trying to see how I screen share real quick.
It's on your phone or it's on the computer?
It's on the computer.
Just flip the screen over.
I'm talking to you through my computer right now. Close window or screen share. Yeah, screen. You see my screen?
No. Oh, now I can see it, yes.
So this is the exterior.
Okay.
And then like you'll be like have like a slide between like all the same stuff, different like camera actions.
I like it. It's nice. Oh, you did all that too?
Yeah, it's all basically the same thing, just like different photos from the interior. It's like the entire thing was like.
I like it. It looks very professional. Send me pictures of it, or I'll call you. I'm gonna call you when I'm done. It'll be late when I'm done. I'll probably call you tomorrow when I'm off. But I like it. It all looks nice though. It looks really nice.
Thank you.
Good job, nephew.
Thank you.
Huh?
I just gotta fix one of the things.
We'll fix it and then you can tell me about it later. I'll text when I'm done. If you up, then we'll talk about it.
All right, love you.
I love you more.
All right.
Bye. Nephew, okay, I can't be, you know what I'm saying? I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Gotta talk. Anyway, okay, I'm back. What it seemed like to me is my nephew, who was about to be a senior in high school, who's going to be working with a friend of his mom's to do some marketing for her real estate stuff. So he was showing me the marketing things he's done, which looked really, really good. It looked really, really good. Okay, that's my baby. So I'm like, y'all had to wait. Okay. But back to Envy. it feels like Envy invested money too. How they use Envy's attention, him on the Breakfast Club, whatever. Because I was always seeing them on social media, and now it seemed like because he was so attached to them people, they assumed they all working together. And Envy is saying that I wasn't like they know we that ain't what it was. Okay, I also invested money too. I'm not getting my money back either. So I'm a victim too. Envies, watch who you put yourself with. Sometimes it's better to just not associate with people who you haven't seen their work. Okay, so we'll see what happens with that. Y'all, y'all see Madonna was at Beyonce's concert. Y'all, look, they got Rumi. We rarely see Rumi and Sir. Now, first of all, Rumi has Blue's face, who has Beyonce's face, okay? A little cutie patootie, you hear me? We rarely see the twins. Rarely. So Beyonce took a photo with Madonna kids. Now, first of all, when I think was it Ashley, somebody said, I know Madonna had all them black kids. She does. So Madonna was thanking Beyonce for, being a good sport, how her daughters had a good time. I'm like, Beyonce allowed Rumi to take a picture and not it's on the internet. I'm like, okay. I think it was cute. That was all. I just want to tell y'all that because we don't see Rumi that much at all. So it's cute. Candy. Why can I? Oh. So y'all know Nene said Candy boring. Candy don't deserve this and she don't deserve that. She ain't no star. But Candy reposted something somebody else put up. Saying how, hey, she still got that peach. Bling bling, bitches is mad because Nene kept posting bitches is mad because she's in Bia's new video, which ain't many folk talked about. Anyway, but Candy reposted it because look, some folk don't like Candy, but as Candy's showing, I have my peach. I'm here at the reunion. Where are you at? Okay. Bitches is mad. So that was Candy's subtle response to Nene by reposting what somebody said. Now she may not even know what Nene said because I don't feel like Candy watches Carlos King. I know she don't watch Nene, but I'm sure somebody probably mentioned it to her, whatever. But again, it's cute. Now also Robyn responded because we know that Nene also said that Robyn and Giselle were not at all stars. So somebody directly asked the question to Robyn. Robyn posted the response. What are your thoughts on Nene calling you and Giselle starless? And she said, speaking for myself only, she's right. I'm not a star. I'm a very regular, normal ass person who just happens to be on a reality show. So no offense taken at all. I do find it strange that I'm even mentioned in that conversation though. Look, y'all know Robyn boring. I also feel like Robyn not a star. But hearing Robyn say I'm not, I feel like, do we have to understand everyone does not want to be a star, but they just have to be on a reality show? So I feel like Nene saying that Robyn and Giselle are not stars doesn't mean they don't have their own fan base. Doesn't mean their show is not successful. It means in Nene's eyes, they're not stars. And I'm like, but people still watching the show. Robyn and Giselle get on all my nerves. But I can appreciate someone who knows I'm not a star. I'm real regular. I pay rent. I had to buy lotion from the depot, the Home Depot, or Aldi's because I'm a little bit cheap. And Robyn is fully aware of who she is. Some people may get offended by that, but Robyn knows that she not no starer. She also posted this, my favorite starless star, the best duo. And she reposted that, from with her and Giselle. Now, Giselle probably thinks she is a star, but she's not. She's not. Also, Juan Dixon, who was named in that S assaults blackmail lawsuit, he has now been dropped from the suit. His name has been dismissed from the case, allegedly. Okay. I always felt like it's weird. I always felt like Juan did not participate in the situation. Juan's error in judgment was he did not report it like he should have, for one, and for that reason he was fired. I do feel like the lawsuit should really be against the person who did it. I always felt like Juan should just have been either put on some kind of probation or fired for him not reporting something that had already happened. But his name being removed or dismissed from the case, it kind of makes sense because he didn't actually he did not do the SA. He did not do the blackmail. That wasn't him. So kind of naming him in it did not make sense. Plus, he don't be working no more. So I guess kudos. Now look, this is the thing though. If this shit ain't talked about in this new season, everybody should be fired. This needs to be discussed. Period. Even if they can't go into detail, they have to discuss having to go through with him being involved in it. Okay? If not, they on some bullshit. Now we have been talking about, the housewives being born or whatever. I said this to me right here, this proved the issue with Housewives of Atlanta is the production. Because these people, they look like they have fun. We got Kenya, Candy, Toya. Who else is up here? Portia, Shamia, who they all had kids around the same age. All of them. Now, I don't know who I Am Ming Lee is. Like, I don't know who she is. I don't. But they was at her daughter's stuff. But it seems that she also lived in Atlanta. So I feel like when I see the housewives and they be around here and it look like they having fun, I'm like, see, that's what we want to see on the housewives. You know what I'm saying? Housewives has really become, let's put people together who kind of don't like each other and see who can read. I would love to see the people around here in Atlanta having fun. You know what I'm saying? If all of them had kids to say, look, Toya got a man, Portia got a man, Shamia got a man. Now Kenya is, I think she's dating or whatever. But there's so many people in Atlanta who are genuinely friends, who are genuinely having a good time or whatever, have things in common. I would like to see it. It don't have to be boring. But we could have seen this whole party. I'm just saying. Little Brooklyn, even Kenya friend, the girl who keeps on the show, even she was around there. Oh, she was a date with Rick Ross. She from here? I don't recognize her. That should be an episode with Lizzo. That's my thing. The issue with Atlanta Housewives is not the women, it's production. Production is trying to produce old shit. Production is trying to follow the old motto. Leave that shit be. This would have been a great cast. I'm not saying get rid of whoever else. Well, get rid of Marlo and Sheree. Get rid of Marlo and Sheree. Get them out of here. Add all these people. Add Toya. The fact that Toya is gonna have a show on WeTV with her and Reggie, I'm like, no, we don't need no stuff with her and Reggie. Put her on Atlanta because she cool with King. She cool with all them. Her man, Red, her daughter. She also Reggie. Lil Wayne might pop up. And also, I want to say this too. Rashida could have been a housewife of Atlanta because she lives in Atlanta, but she's a love of hip hop. Some of the friend of us can't be on this show, they on other shows. But I'm like, look, I would like to see it. You hear me? And whatnot. But I'm leave that be. This fool. Look, this is real simple and whatever. You understand something? We know Summer Walker said, I'm single. I can't do the cheating. Now, right after she said that, this video came out. At 1:40 p.m., we see some chick with some braids and Lil B going into an apartment, walking past the trash can, okay? And then at 1:57, 17 minutes later, he leaves. Now, it's from a ring camera from a neighbor. It's the afternoon time. I kept on saying he walked right past the trash. And so was like, don't y'all know about valet trash? I do. I know because we have valet trash. But I'm like, don't no man come to my house and walk past the trash, take it and not take it out. Now, Meech was, that's my cousin.
Damn, I can't help my cousin bring the bags in the house. Went to the grocery store, man. Damn, I can't help my cousin bring the bags in the house. Went to the grocery store, man.
Where the bags at? Only bag we see is the one outside, and it's trash. Where the bags at? Where they at? Now, some folks said they didn't have sex because the girl was in the same clothes. They were saying maybe, I don't know what happened. I don't know. Some folks are, a little quickie. Little head, little bed. And he left. He left with the bottle he came with. He left with the bottle. Not you didn't leave the bottle. What her purse? How she be for groceries without no purse? Ain't no bags. It's so dumb.
Damn, I can't help my cousin bring the bags in the house.
Ain't no bags.
Went to the grocery store, man.
That show Meech is on some bullshit. Had he said he didn't have to say nothing because some already said they're not together. So who you lying to, bro? Now, somebody put this up on our thing. It's just crazy how a nigga will really try to pursue the fuck out of you for 2 years, make you meet the whole family, want to be around you and your kids all day, and pay bills just to embarrass you to the world. I don't understand men, but I'm gonna give it to God. I was like, man, just don't give him no cooch. And the sad thing is, I mean, she not wrong for trying to give him a chance or whatever, but Mitch be on, he on bullshit.
Damn, I can't help my cousin bring the bags in the house. Went to the grocery store, man.
You tell a whole bold-faced lie. Ain't no bags, nothing. I hate stupidity. I hate liars. Liars really irk all my nerves. It gets on all my nerves. Tory Lanez is gonna be sentenced next week. His court sentence, I think it's either Monday or Tuesday. So his lawyers are telling people what they want to. They're throwing out suggestions on what his stuff can be. Now I know the plaintiffs, the prosecution wants to do, I think, like 9 or 13 years, something like that. This fool wants. This fool, people gonna say, hey, get him, like, let him out of jail. Let him out of jail, give him probation, and then a substance abuse program. I was like, no. Now, again, those are just the recommendations from his lawyers. They're trying to say, hey, no, let him out. Give him all those years on probation. And make him go to some, no. I feel like, yes, for sure, send his ass back to Canada. For one. Send him back. I feel like he should do 2 years in prison. I think he should have 5 years probation. And he should be deported. I do not think he should not get any jail time at all. But if I was to try to call it, okay, let's be a little bit fair. Okay, give him 2 years in prison, but a full 2 years. Full 2 years, 5 years probation, substance abuse, and he's deported. I don't, now if he gets more time, I don't mind. But he should not get no less than 2 years. No less than 2 years. But him and his team trying to suggest, oh, we'll give him probation. Fuck that. No. Jail time. Go to jail. The microphone that Cardi B tossed is selling on eBay. Now, earlier it was at $50K. I think now this is up to $100K. I'm like, that is stupid. That is dumb. Like, what can you do? What can happen? I don't understand. What's the point of buying the mic? What's the point? Auction. Now, the good thing is that the man who auctioned it off said it's going to go to charity. So the amount of money raised will go to charity. That's great. That's fine. But I feel like it's just stupid. It's just dumb. I don't understand it, okay? So Cardi, maybe Cardi will buy it. So whoever trying to sue her can't use it for evidence. I don't know. But Cardi B, let's hope, nothing comes, because Cardi B is also being looked at as a assault, acute, she's been accused of assault or whatever. We'll see what happened with that. But they auctioned off that microphone. That's dumb to me. Let's get to the Lizzo of it. Because Lizzo around here being sued. And we was all sitting around here yesterday, minding our business. Minding the business that pays us. No one was like, what's going on? It was like, leave it be. I forgot to leave Haddish. Did I not say Tiffany Haddish? Tiffany Haddish is being sued. I forgot her. This is what I saw the thing up. Tiffany Haddish is being sued. Let me open up. I forgot that fast, but because it's in the thing. So I want to talk about it real fast. Tiffany Haddish is being sued. Now y'all know that them people sued her before. It's the same stuff. Okay, it's the same stuff. Tiffany Haddish's friend is suing her and Aries Spears over the extortion allegations. Now y'all know all that shit that happened before. What her and Aries was accused of. We're not gonna get back into that. Because folks know how they feel. That lawsuit was by the kids. It was dismissed. The kids said, we know Tiffany. We love Tiffany and blah, 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 blah. The daughter said that. The daughter said, my family and I have known Tiffany Haddish for many years, and we now know that she would never harm me or my brother or help anyone else do anything that could harm us. We wish Tiffany the best and are glad that we can put all this behind us. That was the outcome. God, this fucking ass, Lord Jesus. That was the outcome of that lawsuit. The kids dropped it. Well, now the mama is suing her. It says accusing the comedians of making defamatory comments by her, claiming she tried to extort them. She said that the comedian's rep told her that they made slanderous statements about her character, integrity, morals, and the values. All the mama suing Tiffany and that man and Aries Spears. The mama name is Triza Morris, and she said she contacted Tiffany Aries back in February with their attorneys. Back in February of 2023, asking them to release a statement saying, hey, clear my name of the extortion shit. And she said, allegedly, the response from Tiffany in March of 2023 was, the media isn't talking about it right now. I have 4 movies coming out this year, and I'm going to be doing a lot of press. If it comes up, I'll be sure to mention it. Meaning, why would I go out and bring all this up when ain't nobody talking about it? No one. But her saying, if someone asks me about it, if it comes up, I will for sure clear it on up. Clear it on up, okay? That's what she said back then, okay? She then said that a reporter who allegedly did an interview with Tiffany reached out to her and said, hey, Tiffany talk cash shit about you. She was being negative about you. And so now the mama want to sue, saying all this entire deal has caused her to suffer personally, academically, professionally, and financially. It's harmed her reputation and caused her to suffer from anxiety. I feel like there's not gonna be a winner in that. Like it's just not. No one's gonna win in it. It's kind of impossible to even be like, oh, well, yeah, we're gonna decide what it's weird because the people who it happened to, her kids, like, okay, we've let it go. We done. However, the mama is now pursuing. Let the shit fight out in court. I'm done. So let's get to Lizzo. I'll take one second and like the video. Hold on. So, yesterday we was all minding our business, and we find out that there's a lawsuit against Lizzo. Now, I feel like it shocked everyone because Lizzo has this reputation. Her thing is body positivity. And being supportive to people and trying to uplift people and making music that uplifts people. So hearing that she's being sued by, former dancers of hers, it's Ariana Davis, Krista Williams, and Nayo. I don't know why I can't think how to pronounce the name. Is it Noel? Whatever, Rodriguez. So these are the 3 dancers who filed a lawsuit against Lizzo. Now, it all came out yesterday. Now, Lizzo ain't said much, but Lizzo did post yesterday on her social media, stuff from her tour. This was all before the stuff came out, the info came out. She has not posted nothing since it came out. But she was still around here, posting and saying how true love ain't something that you buy yourself. True love finally happens when you buy yourself out. I don't know. So again, she ain't said much, but she said that. Now I feel like we don't know what happened. We don't. What we do know is we're gonna share the screen. Let me open up my thing because I had the lawsuit, and that will be the end of it. The end of it. I just want everybody to be able to see it, so no one can say I'm making up shit. Okay, I don't want anyone feeling like, oh, they made up some stuff. They didn't ready what they said. That ain't what they said. That ain't what they said. No, I'm like, yes, it is. It's what they said. So, Crystal Williams, Ariana Davis, and Noel Rodriguez are all the individuals who are suing Lizzo. Well, they're suing Big Girl, Big Touring, a corporation, Melissa Jefferson, Lizzo, and then Shirlene Quigley, also, who was, like, I think, the dance captain. So the charges, I want y'all to see. Okay, there are 9 complaints. There are 9 complaints that they're saying happened. Okay, hostile work environment, sexual harassment. That's against all plaintiffs, against all defendants. Failure to prevent and or remedy hostile work environment, sexual harassment against all plaintiffs, against all defendants. And what that means is, in case y'all don't know, I used to be a legal secretary, so I know some stuff. Okay. What that means is when you are multiple people are suing different things, you have to specify who it is. So, like, is all of this just for Lizzo? Is it one? No, it's all plaintiffs against all defendants. So again, Crystal, Ariana, and Miss Rodriguez against Big Girl, Lizzo, and Shirlene, and that means Big Girl Tory. Okay, boom. So the third one is religious harassment for all plaintiffs against defendants Shirlene Quigley and Big Girl Tory. So not Lizzo. Failure to prevent and or remedy religious harassment against all plaintiffs, all defendants. Racial harassment, that's against Lizzo. No, I'm sorry. That's from the girl, two of the plaintiffs, and against just the touring people. Disability discrimination against Big Girl Touring and Lizzo, and one plaintiff. Intentional interference with prospective economic advantage against all the girls in the touring company. Assault. Two of the plaintiffs and against Lizzo, and false imprisonment with the Davis girl and against Big Girl Touring. Now, the weird thing about this is, I feel like it came out of nowhere, for one. And I want to get to where it get good. Okay. So the case centers on 3 professional dancers experiencing working for a Big Girl Touring with Melissa Lizzo, and then with the girl who was like the dance captain. That's what it's about. Okay. On March 20, in or about March 20th, 2021, Miss Davis, Miss Williams were introduced to Lizzo from that show on the Big Girl show on Amazon Prime. Okay, boom. That's how they met. Leave that be. In May of 21, they said Miss Davis where's she at? I want to put a picture up. So Miss Davis. So y'all see that's Miss Davis right there, the first girl. Miss Davis was required by Lizzo and the people to submit to a psychological exam to ensure she was physically or psychologically healthy enough to endure the strain of filming. They found out that she was struggling with anxiety, depression, which sometimes results in binge eating. But she signed a waiver, which will let people know, hey, that info will be shared with other people, and she feel like that information was shared with Lizzo and them. Cool. It brings up how the Rodriguez girl was hired as well later on. And when she was asking the tour manager about taking a one-day job, the tour manager told her, do you want your job or not? Implying that if Miss Rodriguez wanted to keep her position as a tour dancer, she could not take any other positions. So they're saying, hey, they kind of force us to not do nothing else. That's what she's saying. Boom, pow, pow. It then says on or about in August 2021 that Miss Quigley, that's the dance casting lady, was on some bullshit. Now, the Quigley lady, whose picture I do not have, she was the one who kept talking about her religious beliefs. She was the one who was like, hey, I love God, so should you. I'm going to keep pushing how I feel about God on you. So that's who the Quigley lady is. She was a dance captain, and she was always very vocal about her religious beliefs and took every chance to vocalize that and kind of force that on to other people. That's crossing boundaries because you can love God. I love God, but I would never force my beliefs or force myself on to the people and make them want to believe what I believe. Okay. They said once the Quigley lady discovered that Miss Davis was a virgin, she kept making her virginity a point of topic. Always bring it up. And then, first of all, why? Why? I don't understand why anyone, to me, that does cause a hostile work environment because my personal life should not be a point of reference for anybody who thinks it's their job to keep talking about me being a virgin. It says that Ms. Quigley even mentioned Ms. Davis' virginity in interviews she participated in and later posted on social media, broadcasting an intensely personal detail about Ms. Davis to the world. And I'm like, well, that's the thing. It brings up how on that TV show, the contestants were told they would have to be required to be in the new photo shoots. Miss Davis did not want to be in the photo shoot. She felt uncomfortable. She felt pressure to do it. And at the end of the day, she ended up feeling like, if I don't do it, I won't get the job. I can't have a bad performance. If I don't do it, I'll get sent home. And I don't want to not be on the show. And she said, I did not want to do the photo shoot. I was dreading doing it. It caused her to have anxiety and extreme distress. She broke down in tears on the sets. I'm like, Lord Jesus. She ended up still doing the shoot, probably clothed in a new bra and underwear, even though she felt like she was being pressured. I was like, look, now on that, I'm going to say this. I feel like it's a catch-22 because on one hand, I understand we've watched many model shows of folks having to be creative and having to do things outside their comfort zone. I feel like when you're filming for a TV show and everyone has to do something, you don't have to not do it. I feel like if you feel in your gut, I don't want to do this. Like, I do not want to do this. Because you don't have to do it. I feel like people do things because they feel like if they don't do it, they won't succeed. I don't feel like she was singled out to do something. It was a part of the show. And she shouldn't have done it. But I understand her notion that I have to because if I don't, I'll get let go. She then said that experience foreshadowed the sexually charged and uncomfortable environment that the employees would be forced to endure. And I get that part too, because if you know your boss who does these shows, sometimes for her dancers or whoever to be kind of nude, I feel like if that's not your thing, don't do it. I feel like some dancers, models have no issue dancing nude, posing nude, and all that shit. I feel like Lizzo should get people who feel comfortable doing what she wants of her dancers. Because we ain't gonna act like they're not other artists who have models and whoever who do things, but it should be something that you feel comfortable doing. Because in my opinion, the nude body is the nude body. You have every right to not want to be nude. You have every right not wanting to be nude. I don't feel like something planned for everyone should come off as, oh, it was a sex. She wanted people to pose nude. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But she did it anyway. She did it anyway. It says in or about April 2022, while rehearsing for Lizzo's tour, Miss Quigley, the Jesus loving dance captain, was always preaching at everyone in her surroundings, especially about her beliefs about Christianity and sexuality. She would make comments about engaging in premarital sex. She would do a party. I thought my computer shut off. It's my email open up. Lord Jesus. She did a party trick. It says Miss Quigley had a party trick in which she would simulate oral sex. The Jesus loving dance lady who loves God, being a Christian, would have a party trick that she would simulate oral sex on a banana in front of the dance people. Now, again, that's inappropriate. Boundaries. You should not be doing that stuff at all. Why are you simulating oral sex on a banana? Because that stuff can make people uncomfortable. Lizzo, what the fuck wrong with you? It says Miss Quigley's sexually inappropriate behavior did not stop at fake fellatio, despite her staunch beliefs in opposition to premarital sex. She had no problem sharing her not her talking about her. She would have masturbation conversations, saying masturbating is against my religion, but today I had an oopsie. She would make sexually explicit comments, and the dance team knew about her fantasy of having 10 dicks in the face. Why you want 10 dicks in your face? The Miss Quigley lady, who again is the dance captain, that's Lizzo fault. Because can't nobody tell me that she was not doing stuff around Lizzo too. This is how you have to go. There are boundaries that should not be crossed. That's Lizzo's fault. For sure. For sure. They all said that the lady will also keep tabs on the girl with a virgin, about her being a proper Christian. Just messy shit. And it then says, when Miss Rodriguez is the virgin. Okay? Miss Rodriguez is the virgin. The Quigley lady who knew she was a virgin would single her out as like a non-believer, and she would say it was her mission to preach to her. It was her mission to minister to her. And when it told Miss Rodriguez about what her plan was, she said, hey, leave me alone. Don't do that. And she said that the lady said, no job and no one will stop me from talking about the Lord. Now, I want to show y'all the lady. Let me show y'all the lady. Let me share my screen. Let's see. Because she was on the damn thing preaching about Jesus.
so much. No matter what you're going through, even if you don't love him, he loves you. Glory to God. I just want to remind you that he is love. He is truth. He is the light. He is the first and the last. And all things work together for those that are called according to his purpose. And I just feel so blessed. I feel so thankful. I feel so full of joy. I had such an amazing time on tour with amazing people. And I'm so excited to be home, resting with my family and my dog after an amazing experience. And yeah, I just wanted to tell everyone that God loves you and I love you, and glory to God. And I hope you're smiling and you feel joy no matter where you're at or what you're going through. Because, hey, everybody, I just want to get on here really quick and say, God is so good. God,
not after being named in a lawsuit where it's claiming that you were consistently harassing people and trying to force God on them. You go on the internet and then have a God praising situation. And y'all know I love God. He the head of my household. But we cannot force our religious beliefs onto other people. We can't do that. But when I keep saying Miss Quigley, that's Miss Quigley. That's Miss Quigley. So that's who she is. Girl, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So it seemed like to me the main issue is the Quigley lady who was extremely inappropriate with everyone, with how she talked about masturbation, faking oral sex, and all that stuff. She was completely out of line. And when the dance captain is out of line, I feel like Lizzo was probably aware of how she was and just didn't fix it. You have to address, you cannot allow your staff to make your dancers or other people on staff feel uncomfortable. And that's what it seemed like to me, because most of the complaints were more about Lizzo's team. Lizzo was well. I'm saying Lizzo was well, but most of this is really about the Quigley lady and what the production of things, happen. That's what's crazy. And the Quigley lady who's trying to force them to, why? Why? Oh God. Okay, let's get to some more of the actual thing. It says on another occasion while on tour with Lizzo, Miss Williams accidentally brushed up against one of the tour bus drivers. The driver responded by saying, "You can back up on me again," implying Miss Williams accidentally touched, gave him sexual gratification. They are being dirty. All of them. And I'm going to say this. You have to be careful. Some people like that freaky diggy shit. They find it funny. Some. However, that should be left to personal relationships, not the workers. The workers should not feel like they're being sexually objectified by staff. They're being religiously harassed by staff. And how Lizzo knew, or how the tour folk knew, and no one did nothing. That's crazy. Now, since on the domestic leg of the tour came to close, problems became more abundant, with the last domestic show being played on or about November of 2022, and the European leg not scheduled to start until February 2023. Plaintiffs began looking for other work as they were only paid for the time they spent on tour. But the tour people preferred the plaintiffs did not take on additional gigs, and even instructed them to place the plaintiffs on a soft hold, meaning the plaintiffs would not be paid during the break but could not take on other jobs. So you want me to sit and wait and not be paid? The fuck? It says they then became wholly financially dependent upon the income they received from the tour. The dancers learned that the musicians and other members of the tour were on a retainer in which they were paid a portion of their tour rate while on break from the tour. In exchange for not taking on any gigs, the plaintiffs did not get that. So the music folk get some money. We don't get shit. Let's get to the Amsterdam shit. February 2023, plaintiffs performed with Lizzo at a show in Amsterdam. After the show, Lizzo invited the dancers out with her on the town. The invitations were not unusual, and attendance was not mandatory, but it was well known that dance cast members were expected to endear themselves to Lizzo. Lizzo often mentioned that she had eyes and ears everywhere and only wanted good people with good energy around her. Those who attended after party events, Lizzo planned were often selected to perform with Lizzo at shows outside of the regularly scheduled tour dates and were widely considered to enjoy greater job security. By not attending, dancers not only risk losing out on being selected for individual shows and therefore additional income. Now, I'm going to call bullshit on that one. I feel like if I'm not required and not getting paid to hang out with my coworkers and my boss, I ain't going. And I don't want to go. It's the lines being blurred between professional and personal, because some people will take people on jobs with them who they have more fun with. So if what Lizzo is into, you won't want to do that hanging out with her, I wouldn't want to go. It's hard because I feel like, look, Lizzo for sure has done things wrong. The lawsuit seems valid, but some of it also comes off like Lizzo wanted them to be like friends, and some of the dancers were like her friends, and they would hang out or whatever. And some of the girls who were not, that was not her friend, they felt like she gave better treatment to those who hung out with her in a friend capacity. And I'm like, it's kind of hard. No, there's nothing that Lizzo did directly to them. It's all perception. It is. It's all how things Lizzo said or things the team said that made them feel like, oh well, if Lizzo said, hey, folk get fired for gaining weight, oh, that means you're gonna be fat. So it was about things that was said, made them feel some kind of way, made them feel like, well, I can't say no. You know what I'm saying? But nowhere does it say that Lizzo did anything to them directly. It's all, in my opinion, how they felt. Because even right here, it says, by not attending, dancers not only risk losing out on being selected for these additional shows and therefore additional income, but also risk being ostracized from the group, putting their continued employment on tour in jeopardy. And I feel like Lizzo should have never made it a environment of, hey, either be my friend and do what I want to do or get fired. Because I work for you. I don't have to be like at my job, I don't hang out with my coworkers. I do not. I do. When they offer, no. Nope. 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 No. I barely go to events we have. I go to our picnic and something that's it. I be myself because I'm not your friend. I work here. But I also feel like at some jobs, some coworkers are friends. I can't get pissed if the people that my boss is friendly with, because they hang out with, they do more things together. I don't get mad at that. I don't want to hang out with you no way. But I do feel like you cannot want to punish people who don't work out with you. You can't punish people who don't hang out with you. It can't be like, okay, well, because you hang out with me, I'm never gonna pick you for a show. It's a thin line. Thin line. It says, as it turns out, Lizzo had planned a night out in Amsterdam and the red light. Now y'all know Amsterdam, red light district, all that stuff is a lot. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? The red light district is not for the weak of heart. The red light district is not about, you know what I'm saying? It's the red light district. So that's that. Again, it's known for its abundance of sex theaters, sex shops, and clubs and bars where nudity is on full display. The main event of the night was a club called Baden Bar, something like that, where patrons are allowed to interact with completely nude performers. When plaintiffs expressed misgivings about the plan for the night, Shanta, who was Shanta? I don't know who Shanta is, but a close friend with Liz on them. Shanta, I don't know who Shanta is. Shanta stated it was too late to back out because she had already sent Lizzo the head count for the evening. Again, feeling the looming pressure of job security, should plaintiffs abstain from attending, plaintiffs went anyway. Things got out of hand at the ball. Lizzo began inviting cast members to take turns touching the new performers, catching dildos launched from the performers' vaginas, and eating bananas protruding from them people's. First of all, can't nobody convince me to catch nothing that pop out of someone's vagina. No. Well, you'll go for the ganja, but you'll go for all of it. No one can convince me to catch something that pop out someone's vagina. I'm also not going to put my mouth on a banana that was in someone's vagina. No. So this to me teeters on, okay, y'all was just stupid. Because even though I have to go, I don't have to do shit when I'm here. I'm not putting a banana in my mouth. Not today. Again, Lizzo then turned her into Miss Davis. What Miss Davis said? Miss Davis. Who was Miss Davis? A lot happened to Miss Davis. A whole lot happened to Miss Davis. Just saying. Lizzo turned to Miss Davis and began pressuring Miss Davis to touch the breasts of one of the new women at the club. Now you can't be doing that. Leave the titties alone. Again, she's saying Lizzo tried to force her to touch the titties of a performer. Lizzo began leading a chant for Miss Davis to touch him, grab the titties. Girl, they just some titties. They just nipples. Okay. But if you don't want to do it, then don't do it. You know what I'm saying? She said 3 times, no, I'm good. I'm good. No, no, thank you. No, I don't want to touch her. And because they kept saying it, that she then did it. She said, I reiterated my discomfort and I'd rather not because I'm cool here in the corner. But because they kept forcing it, she did it. She briefly touched the performer's breasts. They all laughed. But she was uncomfortable with the interaction. And she said, in an effort to conceal my discomfort, were unsuccessful. That at that point in time, Lizzo's security team asked her if she was okay. Kind of. I mean, it's just look, because I'm somebody who I don't feel like I'm not going to, at 40, I'm not going to do something I don't want to do. I also feel like, and I'm not saying that Lizzo and whoever did not overstep their boundary because it's, it's a work affair. If I don't want to touch it, I'm not going to touch titties. I'm not going to do it. But I'm a bit of a freak, so I would just touch titties. It would not be a big deal for me. If I force myself to go to a bar in Amsterdam, I'm going to either sit there and not do shit and let y'all chant and chant. Y'all gonna get bored. No. It is in addition to pressuring Miss Davis into interacting with the titty, they all were also unable to avoid Lizzo's incredibly public displays of sexual affection with her boyfriend. At one point, the couple exuberantly took Shanta, I don't know who Shanta is, and 2 members of the band which performed Lizzo on tour to a back room before returning to somebody later. Oh, well, she went back there and fucked her man. So, if I am at a sex club in Amsterdam with my dude and they allow other fuck, I mean, we're gonna have sex. We're gonna have sex. It's gonna happen. We don't. I mean, you should at least. I feel like you should at least get finger banging in the club if that's what you into. If you not, just keep saying no. But again, she felt pressured to do this shit. It said upon return to the band club, Lizzo began to pressure a member of her security team to participate in the night's debauchery. Okay, Lizzo badgered the security guard to get on the club stage until he submitted to her demands. His pants were pulled down. Now put his pants down and exposed his ass. Lizzo began yelling, "Take it off! Take it off! Take it off!" While a club performer hit him with whips. Basically saying Lizzo, don't care about other folks' bodies. Maybe they were implying Lizzo was making them do this for her own sexual arousal. That's possible. That's very possible. All of this sounds like somebody who's in charge not knowing how to keep things professional, taking people out in public in a personal setting and forcing them or encouraging them to have fun that they find fun and not caring that they don't like. It's like Lizzo is blind to the cues of I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. They brought up how in March of 2023 in Paris, Lizzo took them to a place. It was a nude cabaret bar. Not until the curtain opened, the nude women began to dance on the stage. They found out, they dancing naked. Lizzo's a freak. Lizzo's a freak. And because it's a lot of shit, okay? This stuff is 44 pages. We ain't going through all that shit. We not. It's 44 pages. And I know there was one part of here when they were fired and the girls say how, we was let go, was fired, and Lizzo got pissed and was like cracking her knuckles. Oh, you lucky. Oh, you lucky. Oh, I think she gonna hit me. Oh my gosh. We know that. The one girl felt like she was fired because she was getting fatter because she was this girl. I'm not saying they shouldn't sue. What I'm saying is, take my hoodie off so I can sound, regular. What I'm saying is, I feel like a lot of things happened that were very inappropriate. A lot of things happened that Lizzo, as the boss, should have stopped. A lot happened that was against some kind of code of ethics. A lot of stuff happened that was unprofessional, unfair, because the ladies felt like they had no choice but to say yes, but to agree, and but to do what they did. A lot of this also sounds like interpretation. All of it sounds like I was scared that I would not keep working. Even though I'm saying it's a fucked up work environment, I want the money. Because to me, I feel like if they're saying, well, we couldn't go for the jobs because we would lose the job. Because it sounds like y'all don't want to be around Lizzo. Because it seems like Lizzo has a very much so, she's ignorant to how she's making people around her feel. And that ain't right. You should not force anyone to touch titties. You should not allow your dance captain to be badgering or harassing people with her religion. Even at one point when the girl said she told them she had an eating disorder and that when she has anxiety, she binge eats and that's why she gains weight. And, them then saying, oh, well, you can get fired for gaining weight, and they fired her. And how can a fat person calling a fat person fat? Well, I mean, you shouldn't. This sounds like the entertainment industry, except no one knew that Lizzo was around here being like that. Now, other people came out and was saying, I've been through this shit too. Other folks who work with Lizzo was out here supporting and saying, oh no, like, yes, that's what's going on around here. Sequest, for clarification, I'm not a part of the lawsuit. This was very much my experience and my time there. Big shout out to the advancers who had the courage to bring it up. So again, people like, no, this was what was going on. That's what happens around there with Lizzo. That's what happens. So I think that was a creative director. There was also somebody else who was saying, a whole lot. I gotta blow it up on my screen so I can see it properly. I usually do not comment on anything pop culture related, but in 2019, I traveled a bit with Lizzo to be the director of her documentary. I walked away after about 2 weeks. I was treated with such disrespect by her. Again, she's saying by Lizzo. She's not saying by Lizzo. She's by Lizzo. I witnessed how arrogant, self-centered, and unkind she is. I was not protected and was thrown into a shitty situation with little support. My spirit said to run as fast as I could, or run as fast as you fucking can. And I'm so grateful. I trusted my gut. I felt gaslit and I was deeply hurt, but I've healed. Reading leaked reports made me realize how dangerous of a situation it was. This kind of abuse of power happens far too often. Much love. She then put up another post saying, to be clear, since I've spoken out, I've had others privately share their very similar experiences, and I've also been affirmed by people who witnessed what I went through. The middle thing is someone saying, hey, I was there too. I was a part of this documentary with old girl. This is all true. I had to vent to so many people and friends or whatever. So again, all of them reaffirming things, okay? She said, Lizzo creates an extremely toxic and hostile working environment and undermines the work, labor, and authority of other Black and brown women in the process. Notice how the documentary ended up being directed by a cis white man. She's a narcissist, bully, and has built her brand off of lies. I was excited to support and protect Black women through the documentary process, but we learned her image and message was a curated facade. I stand with the dancers and anyone who has had similar experiences working with her and her team. These working conditions are not okay. I feel like this is the tip of the iceberg. This is just the three dancers who's saying, this is what I went through. Now, I can agree with a bit of what Miss Francis is saying, that you don't think Lizzo forced anybody to do anything. I agree. None of them said, no one in the lawsuit said that Lizzo forced them to do anything. However, if Lizzo made an environment that made them feel like they didn't have a choice if they want to keep working there, that's the point. It's like intimidation. So nowhere in what I saw were they saying that Lizzo forced them to do stuff. She just would suggest things and egg them on to do, and then they would do it. Even though they are saying they did not want to do these things. And I feel like it's because she made that environment that way. She allowed the space that she occupies to not be safe for the dancers. So while she may not have forced these three people to do anything, everyone's who's speaking out right now is having the same notion that the environment that Lizzo has, that Lizzo might think is fun and shit, it isn't for the folks around. It's like with Ellen. When Ellen happened and people said Ellen's team was on some bullshit, and we said it started at the top, and Ellen like, I didn't know. You're supposed to know. You're supposed to know. If you put people in place who do fuck, you're supposed to fix it. If you're a dance captain that's around here sucking bananas as fake dick sucking, you're supposed to know. If you're a dance captain's around here talking about finger popping herself, you're supposed to know. So two things can be true at the same time. Lizzo does not seem like she forced them verbally, physically to do anything. However, she created an environment that made them feel like they did not have a choice. Now, they could have said no and walked away, but they did not because they wanted it so bad. Because the industry is a small place. So if Lizzo starts dogging you out to other people, will you get booked again? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not defending Lizzo, but I'm also not condemning Lizzo. I'm trying to hold her accountable for what it seemed like they saying she did. And she has to own what environment she made. That's the reason why they're not suing just Lizzo. Most of the stuff ain't even about Lizzo. A couple of things are where Lizzo encouraged them to participate in hanging out and this and that and this and touch the titty that made them feel uncomfortable. Their main thing is the environment. She created a hostile uncomfortable, unprofessional working environment. And you can't do that. You can't. Because people feel like I don't have a choice. If I want to work with her and the folks who work with her have to hang out with her and touch titties with her, I feel like if I don't do this, this will happen. Now, the gotcha is people who are saying, well, they put up with it until they got fired. The gotcha is how the one girl, go to my IG, I put up the interview two of the girls did with a lawyer in TMZ, but I can't play it here. The interview was like 5 minutes on my IG, where the one girl say, well, when I complained about Lizzo saying we wasn't dancing good enough, we were not up to par. They were accusing us of drinking before dancing or whatever. And when I was complaining about that and saying it didn't happen, a week later I got fired. I mean, I will say bosses have the right to say you're not doing as good as you can. They brought up how when Lizzo was upset about how the dancers performed, she said, okay, everybody got to re-audition. Everyone has to re-audition. And if you don't do it the right way, you won't be on the tour again. And it was like a 12-hour audition, like a 12-hour day of this dance. How one of the girls felt like I can't leave the audition stage, and she pissed herself because she did not want to ask to go to the bathroom. Now, first of all, I'm not going to pee on myself, but I'm going to go to the bathroom. So again, some of this stuff to me is also about learn to have your own boundaries. Because if I have to be fired for going to the bathroom, I would sue then. Hey, Nene, that's my cousin. Hey, cousin. So it's a lot with this lawsuit. But the majority of the bullshit comes from Lizzo did help. If I wasn't there, my opinion is strictly based on the accusations. I'm not saying Lizzo did nothing. I'm saying if what the lady said is factual, then that means that Lizzo created a toxic, unhealthy, unprofessional work environment that her dancers or some people felt like she was on some bullshit. Now, the crazy part is I'm sure more people is going to come out the woodwork. It's going to happen. And if they do, see what they say. But the lawsuit is not strictly about Lizzo doing things. It's really about that dance captain lady, the Big Girl Entertainment touring company who knew things and allowed things or whatever. And then a couple things is about Lizzo and the environment she did. Mainly about her forcing her ass to eat dildos or eat bananas from coochies in Amsterdam. Which is crazy. I mean, I don't want to know about them. No. Is the coochie clean? I don't know. How would I do it? I don't want to do it. But again, it's a 44-page lawsuit. Y'all can find it on the web. Look it over. See what it say. I'm sure this will be an ongoing issue. We have not seen Lizzo comment about it yet. All we've seen was her person, the dance captain lady who came out and said, I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you? And that was it. I work in the corporate world. I always have. I am very much so aware of how people make your work environment like hell. I'm aware of that. But I've also been very boisterous. Is that a word? I think it is. I don't play. My boss, my boss can ask me to do something, and I was no, I'm not gonna do that. No, no, and we'll have that conversation. Because fire me, bitch, today. I recall, I work with a lot of white people. You know what I'm saying? I recall, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, a coworker who don't really work with me told our program director, who was my boss's boss, that I know she's just very stern. You know what I'm saying? And she's not very approachable. And I was like, she's not very friendly. And I said, first of all, I don't have to be friendly when I'm doing work shit. Like, I don't have to create small talk at all. I can say, hey, what do you need? Okay. And that's it. And when the program director said to me, well, do you think you can like befriend them a little bit? And I was like, no. And I got pissed because I said, why would you try to force me to befriend with people who I'm like, I don't, we're coworkers. I do my job. I'm not mean and rude. I'm just not extra friendly and like chatty with people. And at that time, the person was like, I was in my 30s. They were in the 20s. I'm not high school shit. It ain't gonna happen. And I got so pissed. I told my program director, I said, you know what? I'm going home for the day. Because y'all didn't piss me off. And I left. You got me fucked up. I gathered my stuff and I left. I left. And the following day, I got an apology from my program director, my direct supervisor, and the boss of the person who wanted me to be more fucking friendly. Because I'm like, there's no complaint about my job. My job is not to be your friend. It isn't. Bitch, we don't have shit in common. And when I remember her face. She was like, and I left. I came to work the following day. But I'm like, because I didn't do shit wrong. So I know I have experienced people attempting to make my work environment, you know, and I don't put up with it. I've also seen coworkers who have to deal with shit that I don't have to deal with. So I've seen people put up with shit, and then I've seen people get fired solely because it was some click shit. And you know, I've seen it happen, but I've always been very aware. I'm gonna come in and do my job, because you can't complain about me doing my job. I'm not mean. I'm just not extra friendly with people I don't know. I don't allow them to. They ask, you want to go out for drinks? Nope. I don't need you seeing me drunk, bitch. Because drunk Jaylee is different. No. I have not went out for drinks with coworkers in probably 8 years. Since I've been at my job where I'm at now, I have not went out for drinks with anyone I work with currently. At all. Ain't gonna happen. No, man. No, man. Because I don't know you. I don't trust you. So they go out and they do things. I don't care. I don't trust y'all. I'm not doing it. So with Lizzo and the women who are saying the environment Lizzo made, I feel like I wish they would have stood up for themselves and not did things they didn't want to do, kept doing their job and said the bullshit. But at the end of the day, Lizzo created an environment that they didn't feel like that was an option. Also, in that world, you want to get on tour. You're a dancer. You want to get on tour and be there. And shake your tatas. You want to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? And so I get why they felt how they felt. But I still feel like y'all had an option. Y'all just didn't choose it. Lizzo it do seem like she made it a toxic work environment. Yes. Absolutely. However, I wish they would have just I'm leaving. I'm done. Get somebody else to do it. Because the moment we went to Amsterdam and I was having to touch stuff from random strangers' coochies, what? Hell no. No. Because if you can take me to a naked bar, I can say to you as my boss, hey, bitch, hell no. Because this ain't professional. This ain't HR. If you can take me here where dicks and cooches and titties are, I can say, hell no. Hell no. The minute someone said, hey, Jaylee, go eat the banana out the cooch.
Shut up. That is so stupid.
What had been my response? No. No. Hell no. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. I would have said no. I don't know how old they are, but I assume they're younger, KQing. But again, I agree. It's like, because I'm not trying to make it seem as if Lil didn't do anything. I think she made that environment, but I'm like, these women are talking like people who felt like they were so young. No, I'm leaving. No. So it's like at every turn they're saying, oh, well, I felt forced to stay. I felt forced to pee on myself. I felt forced. No, I'm going to go pee. I'm going to go pee immediately. I'm not going to pee on myself and after no damn 12-hour dance-a-thon. No. Not today. Not ever. And, the whole, even, she goes out with the friends. Well, you're not her friend. And if me getting a job is determined by how much I kiss your ass, I don't want that job. Because that was the extra work. Extra shows outside of touring would go to the people who would, like, hang out with her. I don't want to do that. And it seemed like some folk maybe liked hanging out with Lizzo and grabbing banana vaginas and stuff. Some may have been okay with that because not everybody. You have to find your tribe. Lizzo tribe, buddy, ain't around here. Okay? But anyway, y'all, that's all we have for today. Okay? Look.
I'll do the best I can, but when I got. I'll do the best I can, but when I got.
And that's what I did. I gave y'all the best I could with what I had. You know what I'm saying? A good time, hopefully, was had by all. You hear me? Okay? Because we had a whole 2.5 hour thing. And y'all be complaining when I go an hour. I gave y'all 2.5 hours. Okay? I can't do no more. I can't do no more. Oh, Lord Jesus. I can't do it no more. I'm so tired, y'all. I'm so tired. But I will try to come live tomorrow. I don't if it's gospel stuff, I'll be here tomorrow at 9 o'clock and whatnot. Do not forget to do a couple things. Like the video, subscribe, follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, TikTok. And y'all know I keep telling y'all I also be having look. Let me share my screen. Cause y'all don't be watching like y'all supposed to. Because y'all so used to me spoiling y'all and always being on live. Y'all, I be having videos up. You hear me? I did Love and Marriage Detroit. I had the gossip chat yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It's other things. Go around and be sure, even if you don't see me on live, look at the other videos I have because they are there. Okay? I'm doing more premieres now to get out more content. I love y'all all up and through. All up and through. I love you. Yeah. Okay, anyway. But good night. Good night. I love you all. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. Be loved. And all those good things. Okay, until tomorrow, y'all. I will talk y'all later. I gotta go.